The Sanskrit word for a phallus is linga. On the other hand, it can mean, in a more general sense, a designating mark, but I do think it does mean the linga. It's something that has been a source of embarrassment for Hindus probably since the time of the British, when the British used that as a reason for attacking the Hindu tradition. In India, what it really means is creative potency.
Shiva Lingam. One of the most misunderstood symbols in Hinduism is often seen as just a religious idol or erroneously interpreted as a phallic representation of male genitals. Even among its devotees, the deeper significance of the lingam often remains elusive. Lingam translates to symbol or sign of something, but is it solely a representation of Lord Shiva for only to worship? Or does it encapsulate a more profound essence that we've overlooked? In Hinduism, the lingam is often adorned with sacred marks, flowers, and water offerings, symbolizing reverence and devotion to Lord Shiva. But beyond these rituals, the lingam's true meaning runs far deeper. In Linga Purana, it is stated, Shiva is signless, without color, taste, smell, that is beyond word or touch, without quality, motionless, and changeless. The passage emphasizes that the linga symbolizes the first tangible sign of the formless and attributeless Brahman, Shiva. It shows that the source of the universe has no shape or features, but everything we see around us is a part of that source. The lingam marks the moment when the invisible, unmanifest energy starts taking shape and creation begins. Unlike other deities represented in anthropomorphic forms, idol, yet Shiva is primarily revered in an aniconic lingam form. The aniconic worship of Shiva also aligns with the Upanishadic teachings, which emphasize the formless and transcendent aspects of the divine. Now, if we talk about its architecture, in Shaivism, the lingam, Purusha, and its base, the yoni, Prakriti, together signify the fusion of the masculine and feminine, essential for creation and dissolution in the universe. This union is depicted geometrically. The upward-pointing triangle, lingam, symbolizes the masculine, while the downward-pointing triangle, yoni, represents the feminine. The linga and the yoni go together on the level of opposites as the upward and downward pointed triangles. So their intersection forms a hexagram, shatkan, symbolizing the balance and unity of opposites. The shatkona, a six-pointed star formed by two interlocking triangles, holds profound symbolic significance. In this context, the shatkona serves as a visual metaphor encapsulating the essence of cosmic balance and the cyclical nature of existence. It underscores the belief that the universe operates through the dynamic equilibrium of opposing forces, and their union is the source of all creation. The lingam's ellipsoidal shape is not merely symbolic, but is believed to embody specific energetic properties. If we closely observe the fundamental building blocks of existence, from subatomic structures to galaxies, a recurring pattern emerges, the ellipsoidal form. This shape appears to be nature's default geometry for containing vast dynamic energy. It is possible that ancient sages, through deep meditation and heightened perception, recognized this universal pattern. Recognizing the lingam not merely as a symbol, but as a living energy form, ancient practitioners developed ways to interact with it. Through rituals like abhisheka, ritual bathing, pradakshina, circumambulation, and dhyana, meditation, they aligned themselves with the energies the lingam embodied. These practices weren't merely devotional, they were energetic processes designed to activate inner awareness and establish a direct connection with the formless source the lingam represented. In sacred spaces, the lingam became a focal point to experience the subtler dimensions of existence. In yogic traditions, particularly within Shaivism and Tantra, the lingam is also associated with the awakening of Kundalini energy. It symbolizes the awakened state of supreme consciousness, reflecting the ascent of Kundalini energy through the chakras. Across the Shruti texts, the emphasis is on realization. Knowing the self is the ultimate goal. The Chandogya Upanishad says, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. All this is indeed Brahman. This points to non-duality. The Shiva Linga is not an object outside the seeker, but a representation of the state the seeker is meant to realize. The linga stands not to be venerated for its shape, but to remind us of the formless consciousness it symbolizes. Its form is associated with the ascending energy of consciousness and life in nature, symbolizing the upward movement of spiritual energy. And it is believed that if one meditate upon the linga, given its powerful energies, it can lead to the realization of the self's unity with Shiva, culminating in liberation.